Should we tell them?
Yeah, let's tell him about my massive... Oh, can't... No swearing.
We've basically just done this video and ain't turned the mics on.
And it was a long video.
20 of your finest minutes. Longer than that, I reckon.
That's devastating.
Oh, mate. That's made my heart sink.
It's about 4:30 when we started this.
It was 4:30. Now it's 5 o'clock. So we start again. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the video. At 5 o'clock. Isn't it? Late one today, mate.
Very late one.
Let's try and act like we've never done this. Or spoke about anything that we're going to speak about. So, not today, not so much of a technical video, I'm afraid. More of a little update on what's happening. We're a little bit ahead of schedule, which is good.
We are, yeah.
Isn't it? Before you go away and disown me.
Sorry, mate.
That's fine. Absolutely fine, mate. I'm sure me and John will be fine.
I'll be back.
But an update on something that I think is very interesting and a little bit different. First of all, what do you think about that for a decent looking motor?
Does look good.
I'm sure there's many people going to disagree with us there, but I do like them engines.
They're just like, for the modern stuff, it's all quite simplistic in a way.
Yeah, it's a modern engine, and modern engines I find are not quite as exciting as the older stuff. But what I do like, see John, one, it's got a red rocker cover.
Always good.
Always good. It looks good with the silver and the black. Two, it's a 5-cylinder, which sound amazing.
One of the best sounding sort of configurations, really, isn't
And
it?
Audi have nailed them, haven't they? So this is a 2012 RS3 Audi engine, 2.5, getting on 400 horsepower.
Well, I think it's stage 2'd, whatever that means.
This one.
So probably 400, 450, something like that.
Okay. So this is a derivative of the TFSI, which they do lots of TFSIs, mainly 2 litres.
Yeah.
It's a turbocharged.
It is.
Very good motor.
Oh, look at that turbo.
Have that blower, mate. Have a look at that blower. So that's all been reconditioned. Bit odd that the manifold is all in one.
Yeah,
so
that's basically part of the back housing of the turbo, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is a bit weird, but
so
yeah.
this turbo here was shot, really.
It was.
But because we work quite closely with Turbo Performance, they managed to have words, because apparently you can't really get bits for these.
Very difficult.
To recon them. He managed to have words off close people he knows and get some bits to recon it, mate.
Nice.
And it's cost pretty much less than half what a brand new turbo would be from Audi, which would be, with the VAT, getting on about 3,000 quid. And that's probably one, because it's got the RS tax on it, and two, because the bloody inlet manifold's all built into it.
Well,
The exhaust manifold. Yeah. And that ain't going to be a cheap item, is it?
No, it does definitely make... You just have more stuff,
Stupid, isn't it? I mean, why not just have it bolt on here and on a flange?
Well, like everything else, it would sort of make sense, but that's probably the weirdest and most annoying thing about this engine, really.
It is, really. It's a bit... They've done a couple of things, a bit of a weird setup on here, but then other stuff is quite good. To be honest, not a big fan of the keyless pulleys, etc.
No.
This is a twin Vanos system underneath this cover, all keyless, except for the crank. The crank's not keyless.
Oh, right. Well, that's always a bonus, I suppose.
Yeah, but you've got a separate chain down the bottom that drives the oil pump and drives off the crankshaft, that drives then an intermediate gear, which has got 2 gears on, and then the chain for the cams, basically, is off there. So that is like a cassette unit. Right. So I suppose you can change that fairly easy.
Yeah, and I suppose that's why they've got that slanted cover.
Yeah.
So,
which is like a normal cam chain. And then down the bottom, it's got one of those funny chains, which apparently don't need changing, but we have anyway. Another weak point on the TFSIs of all, really, are the pistons and the rods, aren't they? Particularly the pistons.
This came in with ringland failure, didn't it?
Yeah, it did, yeah. The pistons are very fragile, rings ain't very good. That's just my opinion. And they do tend to fail, don't they, the pistons?
Yeah, especially when you start ragging them about or putting more power through it.
Yeah. So the cylinder head's really good, ports are good, cams more than enough. So really all you need to make these bulletproof is a decent set of competition bearings, forge the bottom end basically, pistons, rods, make sure it's all balanced and nice and which we've done on this, mate. So these things can push 500 horsepower all day
I
long.
think people run like silly power for them. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's 1100 horsepower, 2.5.
Oh, mate, I've seen, yeah.
size.
Yeah, I've actually, there was a caddy on YouTube
course
that
there
made
was.
you put one of these in, and it was something ridiculous, like 1300 horsepower. Great motor, love them. As far as the modern ones go, I'm a big fan.
Yeah, good engine.
Bit of a progress report. We're ahead of schedule, mate, and my schedule, or my deadline was, you are going on holiday in a week's time.
Yep.
For 2 weeks.
Sorry, mate.
So I needed to get some stuff out the door and make a bit of a plan, bearing in mind I'm going to be on my own in here. So I wanted the Subaru done. I wanted the Transit, or what is it in?
Defender.
Defender
but
motor.
it's a transit
2.4, same sort of thing. And I would like this to have been done. He's picking it up tomorrow. That one's pretty much done, isn't it, mate?
Yep.
And that one's done there, waiting for payment. So ahead
Yeah.
of schedule, very happy. Do like your red rocker covers.
Yeah, they look quite good. I only actually do the red on the STI motors.
I'm having deja vu.
So am I.
We spoke about this. So they don't have red rocker covers on the STIs
No,
normally?
they've got a red inlet manifold.
So we know from now on, when you do one of these and it's got red rocker covers, it's an STI
Yeah.
with the 207 more
EJ 207, yeah, it's just
207.
basically a bit more of a reinforced
Braced.
block and better heads and stuff. but
thicker
yeah.
walls
Thicker
than the
walls,
205.
yeah, braced. So this one was literally brand new short block and brand new heads, and then all the other hardware and everything got
Replaced.
reused.
You had to go through the heads, use and do the clearances, etc.
Yeah, because I had to swap over the old valves and cams and everything.
Clean them up, face them, do all
Yep.
the clearances, and then basically Meccano.
Yeah.
Looks great, mate.
So yeah,
Getting
it
good at
does.
these, aren't you? And you
do.
know way more about them than I do
Well.
now.
I'm into them though. That's the thing.
Well, if you're into them, does that mean one day we're going to have to potentially get a Subaru Impreza?
I'd say so.
Let's wait and see.
Need
innit?
one.
See what happens.
Yeah.
Porsche. So my plan is when you go away, I want to be getting on with this Porsche, mate, but I was a little bit worried that we weren't going to have the parts to do it. So I've cleaned up, blasted, painted as many things as I can. Heads are all done over there. John's done them and I've painted them. Crankcases are done, barrels are done, most of the ancillaries. Gasket set, easy to get hold of. Same on the 2.2s as it are for the 2.4s.
Nice.
Rings on this particular engine, different to all the rest.
Suppose it's a different bore size. No, it's
No, it's an 84mm bore.
Oh, right, it's
But
the
this is a
same.
2.2T Targa, apparently.
Yeah.
And these are a different ring layout, different crank bearings as well.
Oh, right.
So John had a little scout on the net. I got in touch with all our suppliers. No joy. Thought, getting a little bit worried here. John said, why don't you try Auto Dock?
Yep.
I had a little look on there, thought this looks a little bit TMU.
Yeah. It does
But
a bit.
it doesn't it?
I think that they are fairly known now.
Yeah.
But,
apparently in Germany, quite big.
yeah. I don't know whether they're like they almost supply other parts suppliers, and now
Yeah.
they sort of just sell direct to the consumer.
Right,
or
okay.
what. But they seem to have everything.
Yeah.
It's always a good price.
Well, we put the part numbers for the bearings and the rings in there. So the original Goertzer rings, I think they were.
Yeah.
Put the part numbers in, come up straight away, available. You know what it's like sometimes with these sites, where yes, we can get them in about 3 years.
Yeah.
But I actually ordered them a week and a half ago, and
Something
or
like
a week
that, yeah.
ago, and they sent me the tracking details already, so they're on their way, mate.
I do
Hopefully get them this
believe-
week.
I do believe Autodoc's now got a warehouse in the UK. But
Oh, okay.
I think in that warehouse, they mainly just stock like typical UK
Yeah.
road car sort of stuff. So this
Okay.
is not so much your typical UK road car, is it?
Not really, no.
Not nowadays.
So this is one that I would like to build while you're away. I'd
Yeah.
be happy if I can get this done. That'd be nice. And you'd probably be happy about that because you weren't looking forward to it, was you?
It's just like it's just fiddly one.
But I don't mind doing them, to be fair. Really good that we get the other motors done. And when you're back, the plan is for us both to crack on with a Cosworth V6 each, isn't it?
Yep.
So we'll have the cranks back, etc. Second part of the video, progress update on that. Now, have they seen that before?
I think, yeah, we did a bit of video about it. We were going to sort of do a bit of a series on it, but things went a bit quiet. Things are moving slowly and
very slowly, like stationary.
Yeah.
So that car through there, guys, is, as you can see, it's a Mazda MX5
Yep.
R Reg, so it's not the first generation, is it?
No. Is this the Mark? So the Mark II's like the sort of the most popular one?
Yeah. What's that? A Mark 1? Is that a Mark?
It's Mark II. I don't know.
I don't know me MX5s,
one or the
but
other.
I know it ain't the early one, and I'll tell you why. So this car here belongs to one of my best friends, Simon. And if you remember back in July when we started to do this project, this car means quite a lot to me, as much as it does Simon, because we've talked for ages. Me and Simon have had tons of cars. We've been into cars for 20 years together, and since he's had this, he bought this as a little sort of run around on the road, which very quickly changed into a track car. So he put, as you can see, the 888s, different wheels, coilovers, roll cage, all that jazz. And we was sort of toying whether to supercharge it or turbo it or get rid of it and get something else. And I said, why don't we sort of have a look at turbo in it? Now, most of these are done, I suppose, on the cheap, aren't they?
Yeah, eBay turbo, bolt it on.
All that, which, to be honest, I know people that have done it and it works. They're pretty good, yeah. But luckily, not so luckily for the owner, but luckily for Simon, he came across a car which was damaged, and I mean seriously damaged, and he had done the turbo conversion himself, but not on the cheap. So that is the motor out of the car. Basically, he's got the, TD04 turbo, all the expensive bits, decent loom, MX600 ECU, all the trick bits like decent pipe work, decent rad, intercooler, oil cooler, he spent the money basically.
Yeah, had it mapped and everything.
Had it all mapped. Literally a couple of days later, he let his mate drive it home, and he's turned it the wrong way onto the dual carriageway and parked it nicely in reverse into the Armco, and wrote the car off. So he sold the car as it was, take it away. Simon got it for an absolute steal, really. And the plan was to bring it back, swap everything over, and here we are. So this was meant to be a very quick turnaround.
It was meant to be easy,
simple. And it was meant, we were aiming, we're doing a bit of a challenge Annika to get it done in a week to do the Chivna track day in July. As you can see, that never happened.
It's now the end of September.
Yes.
It's gone well.
So on the day before we were going to get it complete, someone's not keen, we decided to whip the motor out of the old car, get it in here and do a quick one-day turnaround and forge it. So put decent pistons, rods in, uprated bearings, go through the head and all that. So I did that, as you can see. Tidied it all up, painted the head and the manifold, made it look a bit prettier, recon the rocker cover. Then Simon decided, while the turbo's off, should we just send it to Turbo Performance, get it hybrided?
Well, you might as well.
Might as well, So with the OMX, this is sort of good for, probably going to run 300 horsepower. Which
Probably
in
safe.
An MX5...
Probably safe for a lot more though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I would have thought 350 you could sort of run on this easy enough. But we're going to run 300 horsepower, more than enough, I would say, in this.
I think
especially with him behind the wheel.
He's a bit of a mentalist behind the wheel.
Confusing character.
Seems like a very straight, sort of sensible bloke. And until you get in a car with him,
sensible.
Yeah, he does.
Talks sensible about driving.
Yeah.
But then when he gets behind the wheel,
he is mental.
He is mental.
Like it's scary.
But he can drive.
Oh, he can drive.
Don't get me wrong. He ain't no idiot, and he's not new to it. He's had the Widowmaker 911 Turbo on an 88, wicked car, and he could drive that. He's had M3s, M5s, Subaru Impreza, you name it. He's had it. Even with the old motor in this, 130 horsepower, something else.
I don't know how he made it go as well as he did.
God knows. Weird experience.
Bouncing off the limiter a lot.
A lot.
And the wheels were bouncing off the bloody rear wheel arches quite a lot. But
yeah,
that was the most scary part for me. I thought, these tyres are going to explode.
Well, it just goes to show, even if you haven't got power, it's momentum.
Yeah.
And the driver really...
Driving.
He's whooping things with a good 100 odd horsepower more.
Yeah.
It was quite amazing. So God knows what it'd be like with this. But there was a problem. It turns out, which we didn't know until we started doing the conversion and I pulled the ECU out from under the footwell in the passenger side. This is not the same as the early one. The wiring loom is very different.
So is this like it's the same generation as the other car,
Yeah.
but it's like a phase two.
A phase two, basically.
Of that generation.
And this was on the year where they sort of changed it over.
So,
Turns out,
yeah,
after a bit of homework, the plug for the ECU, wiring loom, different. A lot of stuff on the inlet manifold's different. Some of the plugs are different. So we've had to change them over onto this, the later loom. So it fits the, and we've had to get one of our wizard mechanics, Dan, who's an ex-Audi Master Tech, now works for himself. And in the future, we are going to be seeing a lot more of Dan. We are thinking of doing something with him. We'll keep that for a later date, shall we?
absolutely.
The problem was they don't do an OMEX for this facelift sort of model to fit that loom. So it would have been a new loom, another load of mapping, and probably another 2,000 quid.
And
so Dan
probably pulling the engine in and out about 3 more times.
I would have thought so, yeah. Be an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
So Dan's had a look and he said, you know what? He's pulled off the net, he's pulled the wiring diagrams for both looms, and he said, I reckon I can make this work. So he's rejiggled the loom on this, changed a load of the plugs and stuff, and we ain't turned the key yet, but he's pretty confident that it's all going to work, mate. We've had to remove the ABS pump because
no
we
ABS.
Ain't running that no more. Ain't running airbags. So we've got a different steering wheel, and that is the Momo steering wheel.
Done a safety delete on this one.
Safety delete, yeah. Who needs that? Ask matey that parts it in the Armco. We've got my old steering wheel off my Escort Cosworth that's sat upstairs for 8 years, mate, and I think that looks blooming lovely in there.
Does
Even
look good.
matches the gear knob.
It does, which is very nice as well.
So we've got a bit of wiring to do in there. We pulled the stat gauges out of the old damaged car, which are blooming expensive, very good. So we've got to wire them in. We've got to do a bit of titivating in there. I spent an hour on this today, and I've plugged in everything that needs to be plugged in. We've got a few things, two or three plugs left over, which this engine doesn't need. A couple of vacuum lines don't need.
Redundant now.
So basically all we've got to do with this, Dan's coming over Thursday evening, and we will be doing the next video on that, hopefully. We're going to fill the diff, the gearbox, the engine full of oil, connect up some water pipes, boost pipes, fill it full of water. Dan's got to check a few wires, and we're going to turn the key, mate, and hope it starts. Because we have this is another challenge, Annika, moment. We have a track day next Saturday, not this Saturday, the one after at Chivner, and this is the car I want to be taking.
It's the one you want to get there.
It's the one we need to get there, mate. It's not going to be on the road, but we need it there, and we want to test it. It'd be a perfect opportunity to test it.
Bit of a shakedown, you know, nothing too strenuous, but making sure all is good, really.
And I can't wait to see Simon's face.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would have thought that's going to be a pretty tasty motor, that. And here's my wife, look. On camera.
Edit that.
I ain't editing that out.
Staying in.
Leah Junior.
Say hello to the camera, Harbour.
Say hello to the camera.
No.
Where's my polo?
Daddy.
Oh, she's had the nails done. What a princess. Here's Minnie Lee.
Hello, Minnie Lee.
Oi! Oi! What are you doing? Say hello to the camera. So yeah, really looking forward to that, mate. Well, that's it. Sorry we've got no more techie stuff to go on about, guys.
Been a busy day.
But that's quite important to me, that thing.
Yeah, that'll be cool when it's
really
done.
Looking forward to it. So until the next video, could be Thursday evening, on my phone, family's waiting. Have a good evening. Cheers, guys.